Science Beetle.
Hey, welcome back, students. Now we're going to be looking at the lab notices. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. And so taking a look at this, what we want to do is you click on the link at the bottom. You click on that and it will take you to a different page. And this page is the MSDS. Now keep in mind that I'm going to change the name of this to update it a little bit more. That says SDS, but it is still the Material Safety Data Sheet. It does provide you with a little bit of overview of some of the coding that's involved with this symbol. This symbol here is the label. It's a shorthand for the MSDS, but this is a label that we use to help us identify any hazards in the use of any chemicals that we have in the lab, as well as some of the codes that you need to be aware of. But if you know of a chemical that you want to use in the lab and you want to know what we need to use, all right, so the MSDS page is going to provide you with an overview of a lot of the key codes that you need to know for how to classify a chemical in the classroom in terms of giving its hazard. All right, so the MSDS is going to give you an opportunity to become familiar with 16 different sections of the safety data sheet, or as it was previously known as the Material Safety Data Sheet. This is going to be how we identify any hazards that are associated with any chemical we use in the lab, and I provide you with a brief overview of those codes that are available and the rating system that is used. There is a video lesson in the video lesson section that you can watch on MSDS, and I strongly urge you to watch that video. But if you know the actual chemical that you want to look up, you want to go ahead and click on the look up your chemical. You can either click on the link, look up a chemical, and let's say that we want to use any particular chemical. We'll go with a very common one, hydrochloric acid. So we'll go ahead and type this in. Now the chemical name will be any name that you know of, and you will typically be given this information before we do any labs, and it's your responsibility as a student to go look up the specific hazards so that you know exactly what hazards you must be aware of before you handle this chemical in lab. So let's pretend we've already done that. I've already shared that information with you. You know the name, so you go and look it up. And in this particular case, we're going to go look up the hydrochloric acid. So we type it in, hydrochloric acid, and then we click on search, and it's going to provide you with various information. Now, a lot of these chemicals will provide you with concentrations, and so I'll tell you what kind of concentration we're going to use. Concentration is not given to you, maybe perhaps because you need to determine this concentration on your own, or you're going to make a concentration. It's very wise to look at all of the different links here and become aware of what the hazards are for each concentration, just as an overview so that you know what is available there. And so let's kind of look at one here. A common concentration for hydrochloric acid is going to be 2.5. So we'll click on that, and you'll see here that the MSDS that's provided through Flint Scientific, which is a company that we order a lot of our chemicals from, provides you with an updated section. There is a total of 16 sections in here, and all of these are very important for you to look at. I strongly urge you to become aware of what they are. However, some sections are more important than others as a quick way for you to figure out what hazards may exist for a particular chemical. So if you look at this, it'll tell you the concentration, and it tells you right here that there is a danger associated with it. And it also tells you some specific hazards in section 2. You want to make sure that you pay close attention to this. Pay attention to anything that says corrosive, because that means that you must wear gloves. Other sections that you must be made aware of are going to be what happens if you are going to handle it. You want to make sure that you read section 7 as well as section 8, because this happens to be the section that talks about what happens if you actually get this on your person. So let's go ahead and go back to the site. We'll go back to the MSDS. I'm going to go and navigate back to the website, and that will be the section on MSDS. Go ahead and catch us in the next video, and thanks for joining our class.